Изобретение доуфу было случайным, в Китае процесс его производства постепенно довели до совершенства. Существует много видов доуфу – северный, южный, прессованный и другие. Разница между северным и южным доуфу в том, что при приготовлении северного доуфу в подогретую массу из измельченных соевых бобов добавляют рассол. В результате получается очень плотный доуфу, в котором мало жидкости. В южном рецепте используют гипс. У этого доуфу белоснежный цвет. Он очень нежный и мягкий, похожий на желе.
Разные виды доуфу и готовят по-разному. Северный тофу пригоден для тушения и жарки и идет в различные начинки. Южный также тушат, но чаще варят и используют в супах, а также в виде холодных закусок. Словом, кто как пожелает. Кстати, а ты пробовал пахучий тофу?
Пока нет, хотя слышал, что у него действительно очень необычный и странный запах. Иностранцам он кажется страшно неприятным.
Я тебе советую все-таки попробовать. Это очень известное южное китайское блюдо.
Of Russian oil. The EU had bilateral good trades of over 67 billion euros, or 78 billion US dollars, with Russia last year. Brazil's Supreme Court has issued a house arrest warrant for former President Jair Bolsonaro. He's accused of violating a court ban on his use of social media. It was imposed last month, and he was also ordered to wear an electronic ankle tag. The order comes after weekend protests in Brazil in support of the former president. Bolsonaro is currently on trial, accused of seeking to overturn the 2022 presidential election won by Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. And that's the news. I'm Shane Bigham.
Discussion keeps the world turning.
This is Roundtable.
They call them apprentices, but are they trainees, workers, or something in between? From busy milk tea shops to high-tech manufacturing, the line behind genuine training and cheap labor is sometimes blurred. Join us as we expose the realities behind today's apprenticeships and ask, how can we protect the vital talent driving skilled labor in an economy hungry for a skill upgrade? And the city of Shenzhen is breaking new ground by officially accepting failure as part of the research process, even when public money is at stake. This move challenges the old mindset that only success matters and perhaps signals a new era where bold ideas get the space they need to grow. Could this policy redefine how innovation happens in China? Coming to you live from Beijing, this is Roundtable. I'm He Young. For today's program, I'm joined by Steve Hatherley and Li Yi in the studio. First on today's show, from the stages of Peking opera and crosstalk, or xiangsheng in Chinese, to the delicate hands of embroidery and wood carving masters, traditional Chinese apprenticeships, or 学徒制, were built on hierarchy, discipline, and at times exploitation. Fast forward to today, apprenticeships have found new life in the hospitality and manufacturing industries, from restaurants to hair salons to welding, smart manufacturing, and electric vehicle repair. But here's the catch. Some employers are using the apprentice title to dodge labor contracts. When does training cross the line into cheap labor? And how can we make sure today's apprentices, or 学徒, get the protection they deserve? So let's go to you first, Li Yi. Please cite some notable legal cases recently that highlight the misuse or violation of apprenticeship arrangements in China.
Sure, there was this case that actually leads to some important discussions about apprenticeship and also their labor rights. For example, there was this young job seeker surnamed Pan in eastern China's Jiangsu province. In December 2023, she applied for a tea-making position at a local chain milk tea shop, and after the interview and also this trial shift, the shop owner just told her to officially start work the next day, and also sent her a daily roster. And also, Pan was added to a staff group chat where rules about attendance, checking, phone use, and also daily duties were posted and shared. And from then on, she just followed the regular shifts and was paid monthly through WeChat. But the one problem is that the shop has never signed a labor contract with this girl, Pan. And in May 2024, so that's about 5 or 6 months later, after she resigned, she realized that her rights might have been violated because no labor contract was signed. So she took the shop owner to court and also asked for double wage compensation for the lack of written contract. And the funny thing is that in court, the shop owner argued that the Pan wasn't really a formal employee and she was just an apprentice. So the contract would only be signed after the apprentice passed the 6-month training period. And also the shop owner claimed that Pan and also other apprentices were pretty flexible in terms of the way they work. They don't really follow the rules of formal employees, and they are not really paid, and they are paid based on their working hours. But the thing is that the court, of course, reviewed all the details and also checked those WeChat group chats and found that Pan was actually a de facto employee, meaning that she was involved in key working tasks every day and she was paid regularly, and she was also clearly under the management of the milk tea shop. So that's why the court also ruled that this is a de facto employment relationship.
And this is where it gets kind of into the gray area between employers and employees, right? And that's why we need these types of clear regulations. But if we look at the law specifically, this is from Article 82 of China's labor contract law. If an employer fails to sign a labor contract after 1 month of employment, then it must pay double wages. So in this particular...
无论是滑坡还是泥石流，逃生时都要沿着它流动或者运动方向两侧，垂直它的方向跑，跑得越快，爬得越高越好。但是你要说，比方说附近有大树，再就枝条都是最好。如果没有大树，那么有比方建筑物、构成物比较坚硬结实，或者说再无奈的地方，就是附近有个大石头，你搁这大石头后面，等它那个风头过去以后。